Hey guys, welcome to another war recap for an organised war at Above and Beyond, and this was versus 6 Schlitzes. Now, I don't know if I'm even close to pronouncing that properly, but what an absolutely amazingly fun war. You see 24 to 23, 3-star attacks there. They did have, of course, the one less, and then we won by that 1% more. So you see, the reason being we won that was there was 3 Town Hall 10 triples to 2, and it was an amazing war. Like I'm doing the voiceover for this later on down the track, as I've had some dramas with getting home from work and all these kinds of things. But I cannot put the emphasis on how amazingly close this war was. Six S, I'll just call them. They had 6 hit downs to our 2 at Above and Beyond. And what's funny about that is that's 4 extra hit downs. Yet it came down to their very last Town Hall 11 attack, and they could have won it up until that. If they had have got a triple on that, that would have then meant that Dave had to finish with a triple, which he did anyway. We do see that I failed both my Town Hall 11 triples, and this is where the game's at the moment. It's all about Town Hall 10s and 11s and making sure they perform and they get those 3s. I did notice between looking at both teams on the defends for Town Hall 9s, Above and Beyond, we had 7 bases take up to 30 hits, and 6S, they took 5 bases, took up to 20 hits. So, yeah, I mean, Town Hall 9, both teams are struggling. There was a variation of quite a few attacks from the Town Hall 9s. We did see 6S, they used a lot of air sort of based attacks. I saw some pentas with lightnings. This is Dave's hit, sorry, before I get too far into the analytical part of it. He did this right at the very end, last couple of minutes of the raid. The Queen actually went the wrong way, and he modified this absolutely perfectly. Brought his Queen in, jumped, wall breakered. He was lucky he had those extra spare wall breakers, and old Jimmy Bob went down to that second Inferno like a champ. What a funny war, you know, like, these are pressure wars. There's so much pressure on the Town Hall 10s and 11s to perform, because the Town Hall 9s generally get most things done. Above guys performed pretty well. There was only, I think, 3 non-Valk styled raids, and they were the Dragon Holo raids. But they did outperform the old 6S, but still it came right down to the very last attack. So, I mean, I failed both my 11s, and it put a lot of pressure on us. It put a lot of pressure on the top form. We luckily had a 3-star at Town Hall Town Hall 10 level against number 8 there. That was a second hit with Bando 81B, and Albert did a fresh hit on their bottom Town Hall 10. Which was good. We have a look. He's got a murder hole. So whether he's copied this base and made a mistake, but a Golem loon in the clan castle with a murder hole, just silly. It took 2 barbarians, and he tripped all the little bombs and drew that clan castle, and that made it. Definitely, he would have had a good crack at it regardless. I think, but that just made it a big W, big 3-star, and these are the kinds of things that take a lot of pressure off the Town Hall 11s. If the 10s perform and get these easier bases, they are designed, obviously a lot of the bases at the moment are very anti-Valk, and that's what explains the Golem Clan Castle. And you see the double jump through the midfield there, double rage, and that's to get it all. A few hogs at the end there. Absolutely brilliant raid. We did talk about it. I was on Discord with Albert at the time when he did the raid, and he controlled it through the whole thing. So excellent raid there from Albert. I mean, a lot of the stats, I like to look through wars, and I like to analyse how it all goes. And where are we? I have done a second video, so I'm just trying to think a chain of thought as I am recording this afterwards. But I have done a video which would be interesting to see. I'm going to be showing a base analysis from the enemy with all the attacks from the Town Hall 9s, and then a Town Hall 10 to see where we went wrong. Something different I don't usually do in our wars. I've been meaning to do one for a while, though. Do something different, and not to have a personal go at people, but more so just to sort of see where we're mucking up at Town Hall 9. This was a really fun raid from DTN. This is what we call the old Heave-A-Ho, and I've never ever seen a base like this. Amazing. All the storages next to each other, protecting the Royals. Now, he's gone in with the Queen with 3, I think it is, healers, and it's just, this is where he should have probably used a hog. This was the main thing I fault this raid for. If he had have dropped a hog there, especially when it's hitting that town hall, then he would have drawn that clan castle and take a lot of pressure off time-wise. The base itself has got very little in it. There's no storages or anything like that to slow things down. So once they're in there, they'll be spanking things. But unfortunately, DTN, he's waited till the Queen goes in to body pull the clan castle, but that's worked out all right for him. I did fill DTN's clan castle up for this raid, and I was thinking, what does he need? 3 Valks and 6 Gobos for? And there they are, the old Gobos getting into it. Absolutely massive DPS early. And you see the use of the additional healers. Now he's used 2 healers for his King and his Valks, and then he's saved 1 healer. This is a bit of a strategy that we use quite a bit. I love it. It's the raid that keeps on giving. You see him drop out his 6 hogs and throws that last healer on him. There's no air defense near it, nothing like it. The Queen's joining up with the King. He has absolutely ripped this base apart. It was a fresh hit. Excellent raid in a, organised war like this. We see a lot of fails. I've got my Town Hall 9 in the next organised scrim. It's good to get back into it with my 9, as I've mainly been doing 10 and 11 at that level. But it'll be nice to have my Town Hall 9 going back in there. The next hit we're going to see is from Tank. Now, Tank's gone in with the Mass Valk, 4 healers. Out of the, where are we stat-wise? We had 8 first hit Town Hall 9 triples to 6 S's, 7. And out of those, throughout the 19 Town Hall 9 3-stars, 3 of them were Mass Valks. So definitely used to be a combo we relied on at Above and Beyond a lot, but it seems to be dying off now as people have learnt how to defend the bases to them and all these kinds of things. And you do see quite a good one here. He's managed to have both sets of Valks have split up properly. I love the heals, the placing. They're a bit of a situational thing. You never completely know exactly where to drop those heals, but he has absolutely smashed this base. I think that's all I've got written down. But, yeah, what an amazing war. The guys at 6S, they were quite funny with their Clan Castle information notes. And they mentioned something about, endings that make your arsehole pucker. And it certainly did, right down to the very end. I had to get up at 4 a.m. to do my last raid on Barndo 80. Really not a desirable time. Unfortunately, stuffed mine up on a very low base too, which made it even worse. I've talked about a lot about the psychological side of gaming and self-perceived pressure and all of these kinds of things, and it's a very real thing still. In my personal clan, I do generally the last attack most of the time, Dave as well, and we're very used to hitting late in wars, and it certainly did help Dave for his final raid when it came up to it, and he finished with a big 3-star, so that was well. We see Trance here has the, I think it was a Govarho. I think Trance also had a 6-star war. So we had quite a few. There was 4 of our Town Hall 9s had 6 packs. Only 2 from 6S had the 6 packs. And who were our guys? DTN, Trance, T-Ban, and Teo all had the big 6s and really done well. So Govarho still quite a popular, still a very good army. The Valks doing the core work through the midfield, and then the Hogs finishing off. So certainly has relied on the Valks right up until the end. Just the tanking capacity is awesome. So well done, Trance. The big 6 stars for you, mate. Well done. What are we looking at here now with Phoenix? He's gone in with a Queen Walk, Govarho. I didn't notice a whole lot of walks through this war. A lot of people are sort of moving away from them. I don't know. That's a really good thing. I still love my walks. Where are we? We had 3 Govarhos with a Queen Walk and 1 Varho with a Queen Walk. So really only 4 out of our 19. It's not a huge amount. Now, a bit of herding for Phoenix around the sides with his minions. That's to push the Queen the direction he wants it to go. And you see a couple of Teslas there pop up. These were all fresh hits that I'm showing now as well for the Town Hall 9s. So we don't know where any traps are. We don't know what clan castles are or Teslas, of course. So Rage, 2 poisons. held onto his queen ability. It's important to try to keep your queen ability if possible, because that way when you start your second and third phase, you've always know you've got the oh shit button, and you see the jump there perfectly placed to avoid that dead zone. So it's worked brilliant with how he's planned this, because the queen's going to go around the top of the dead zone. The Valks, king, and even the hogs, they're going around the bottom and then going counterclockwise. So the old column jumps in the dead zone there, and is quite useful in the end. But brilliant raid, absolutely brilliant raid. Phoenix, just the 1 3-star for him this war. Got a few defends, I think, on his base, so he had a pretty good war. Next, we're going to show one of the Dragon Holo attacks, and it's down the bottom there from Dennis. Where are we, Dennis? Number 29. Now, slightly lower base, 67k. Most of the defences, bar, of course, the Expos, are looking like max. 1 Expo ground, 1 Expo air. Now, he's done really well with these heroes. I've watched this a couple of times. Level 19 heroes. Dennis is a funny one. He likes to upgrade both heroes at once so he gets less time out of wars. And you see the use here of both royals. He gets 1 air defense down, gets the enemy king down, takes out that archer tower as well, and then the queen, she starts to go for a bit of a wander, and he starts on his dragon side of it. So just leaves the queen, manages to pop the ability and keep it going, and it actually came very close to him getting that second air defense. So he's done a whole lot of damage to that. A bigger hero, he would have actually got both, but done a whole lot of damage to that air defense, and it's not going to take much to get through at the end. So you see, the Dragon Holo, this is still a very strong army. Of course, when the Expos, a lot of Expos and bases are going to ground. And I did see from 6S there was a couple of raids where they did a lightning pentaloon combo. So really good to see a variation of that. Hopefully our guys went and watched it. But yeah, Dennis didn't get a second hound split. You do very much rely on those hound splits to get that back end DPS done. But yeah, great raid from Dennis. Just the 1 3-star for him. But overall, a really amazingly fun war. These are the things, these are why we do organised wars for. Real tight finishes. I mean, it's nice to have blowouts and all, but it's definitely nice to have the occasional one like this and then sit back and have a beer and go, holy shit, we won.